Hi, in this video I'll continue discussing document properties, so let's click on this option to start the dialog, and the next tab is grids. By default we cannot see the grid, we need to go to the view menu and select grid, and you can see that instantly we got some options here. The first option, enable, determines whether to snap to this grid or not, and if you uncheck this, also notice that the grid becomes invisible. I'm going to turn this on. The next option is visible, determines whether the grid is displayed or not. Objects are still snapping to invisible grids. Now something important, you won't be snapping to any grid if you don't have these snap controls here enabled. If I go ahead and create a rectangle, then I'll grab the select and transform tool. Notice that I'm not snapping to anything right now. I need to enable at least one of these options, and now you can see that this object starts snapping to this grid. So again, these options are connected to the snap controls. If we make the grid invisible, we will still be snapping to it. Let's turn this on again. The next option is snap to visible grid lines only. Now down here in spacing X and Y, you can see the spacing between vertical grid lines and horizontal grid lines, and this is just 1 pixel. So when you zoom out, the grid automatically adjusts itself so you can see it, and when you zoom in, you can see more and more grid lines until you get to this point where you can see each pixel. And down here you can see major grid line every 5, so you can see that these here are a little bit darker blue. This is because the major grid line color is a little bit more opaque than the grid line color. Again, just like in guides, we can adjust these colors, we can change them to another color, or we can change the alpha and therefore the transparency. And like I said, the spacing X and Y is just 1 pixel. You can change that if you want to. You can also change the origin X and origin Y. You can change the grid units from pixels to something else. And you can also choose to have dots instead of lines. Let's see how this looks. So if you want to snap to every grid line, you turn this off, or if you want to snap to visible grid lines only, you'll keep this option on. We can have more than one grid, and the way to add another grid is to click on this new option. Before that, you can click here and you can see the available grids. We have a rectangular grid and a axonometric grid. Let's try with a rectangular grid. I'm going to click new, and now instantly you see that these lines became more visible. This is because we have 2 grids on top of each other, and I'm going to use the origin X and Y options to move the position of this grid so you can see it. By the way, I'm not sure how visible this will be in the video, so if you're having trouble seeing what's happening on my screen, you can test it yourself in Inkscape. So basically we can have more than one grid, we can adjust the options and snap to these grid lines. We can also remove these grids using this option. And now let's test the other one, the axonometric grid. Select it, click on new, and now you can see how this looks. We have the options to control the angle X and angle Z. As you can see, we have plenty of options that allow us to control the grid, and grids can be very useful in creating graphics, so explore these options. And don't forget that they're in close relationship with the snap controls. For example, if I grab the Bezier tool and if I turn off this snap nodes or handles options, you'll see that I will not be snapping to the grid, but if I turn it on, you can see that I can snap to the grid now. So that's it for this video. I hope that it was useful. If it was, like it, leave me a comment, and if you're new to my tutorials, subscribe and visit my channel for more. And that's it for now. Bye.